because I was a bad father and I could not cope with handling him smoking pot because he was trying to recover from traumatic brain injury from the Persian Gulf. He drank one time on his meds and I found him dead one morning. The coroner told me right then the reason why he perished was because he drank unprescribed medications. 35 months ago, I started my journey of educating myself.
In the last few years, we've met a number of young men who got one of those all-expense-paid tours of the Middle East that the Marine Corps is offering these days. And they report that some of the cultivars we're working with that have CBD and THC in them work much better for them to sleep, to not have bad dreams. One fellow actually would have shakes sometimes in fear of going to sleep for what he might see in his dreams.
I don't know if you guys know about the 2003 Cedar fires, where we had some wildfires just go through San Diego, took out about 100 and some odd houses. A lot of people lost their lives that night. I was burned 75% of my body. I was bedbound for a year, of which was 2 months of induced coma. They had me on so many opiates, so much morphine. At a certain point, the doctor started to run out of options. So they asked me if I was willing to try something non-narcotic to see if it would save me from being overdosed. I'm blessed because they made that choice. It worked wonders. It lowered my blood pressure, it dropped my contracture levels, and made it so that I wasn't having to be on an opioid narcotic for the rest of my life.
So the reason I left the NFL is because of their medical policy. As NFL players, we're forced to take all the pills, all the opioids, because we aren't allowed to use marijuana or cannabis, whatever we would like to call it. You know, I couldn't change the laws, so I stepped away, and it looks like it might be changing. If you ask me, it's about time. We should have been had it changed. You know, I was prescribed Percocets, Xanax, Ambien, Seroquel, all these things, medications. You know, you have to keep up with your body. You have to medicate. And I mean, really, I could just smoke weed, and that like covers all of those things in one, and it's natural. No one's ever been hurt from it. God put this here for us, and I'd rather take that than pharmaceuticals.
I found that marijuana had its tendencies to relieve the nausea in my stomach, allow me to do things that I wasn't able to do before.
I have Lyme disease and I have some other physical ailments, a crushed disc in my back, so it's a 24-hour problem for me, and so I use cannabis to help me overcome the pain of my back and function just on a daily basis.
Everything from autism to epilepsy to cancers to Huntington's disease, peripheral neuropathy. I could go on and on.
A lot of people are sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. They're tired of pills being shoved down their throat, and they're looking for an alternative. And as an industry, we've seen a lot of change, we've seen a lot of elevation. And if we can keep doing that job and helping people to see the positive aspects of this when used responsibly and used in healthy ways, I think many more people will cross that bridge.